Reggie Bush, the best running back I ever had a chance to see up close, finally received his Heisman Trophy back. San Diego produces the best running backs of any city in the United States, including 4 Heisman winners Marcus Allen, Ricky Williams, Rashaan Salaam, and Reggie Bush. You also can't forget about the other greats like Terrell Davis and Arian Foster. San Diego is the running back capital. Debate yourself. Reggie forfeited his Heisman Trophy in 2010 for receiving improper benefits while he was with the USC Trojans from 2003 to 2005. 14 years later, Reggie Bush gets his Heisman Trophy back.
Make sure I get this trophy back so I can show my kids so that they can see it for the first time. Today was the first time they saw the Heisman Trophy. And the first thing they said was, dang, it's big.
I'm absolutely ecstatic for him because I went to school with this man. I saw how hard he worked in practice, in games, all these things.
Freedom of expression, you can go out there and do what you want. Just go out there and be an athlete. Make plays and make it happen.
That's why the Highlanders are top ranked in the state in Division II and favored to win another CIF championship.
We went to Helix High School together. USC was also stripped of their 2004 national title and 14 other victories due to this situation. In 2021, the rules were changed to allow student athletes to make money, receive sponsorships, and use their image for their benefit. This rule change was long overdue, and Reggie Bush deserved the Heisman Trophy he earned. I'm glad to see that the Heisman Trust made the right decision and brought him back to his rightful glory and his place in USC history and NCAA football history as well. In Reggie Bush's USC career, he averaged 8.5 yards per touch, and his best year came in 2005 when he averaged 8.7 yards per touch with 1,740 rushing yards on 200 carries that season. He also had 42 touchdowns, 25 of which were rushing, 13 receiving, and 4 on special teams returns. I can tell you from my time at Helix High School with Reggie Bush that this guy was electric. My first time ever, I never played football outside of high school, and I tried out for the team and went through the first meetings and practices and things like that. But because I wasn't focused in school, I didn't really get to stay on the team long, but that's besides the point. The first thing they showed us when we sat in the meeting room was a highlight tape of Reggie from his freshman year. So that year, he ended up having this crazy kick return. Reggie's return skills were absolutely insane. Being at Helix High School, I saw it up close and personal. The first time I was ever inside the meeting room, we watched footage of Reggie from his rookie year. This man had a kick return that was absolutely crazy. He receives the ball. As soon as he shakes the first defender, head full of steam, he does a 360 spin. They put it in slow motion. He comes out of the spin. As soon as he comes out of the spin, he trucks the defender, runs him over, jumps over him, continues to go. He shakes the last defender, and he goes in for a touchdown. That right there just let me see the type of talent that this man had. And from there, throughout my high school years, which was 2001 to 2003, I was able to watch this guy play, and he was nothing short of spectacular. Reggie Bush was drafted number 2 overall in the 2006 NFL Draft to the New Orleans Saints, playing 10 years in the NFL for teams like the Saints, Dolphins, Lions, 49ers, and the Bills. If injuries did not slow his NFL production, he absolutely would have been a first ballot Hall of Famer and possibly one of the best backs ever to play football. This guy was that good. And just the way that he moved and shifted throughout the line and could get to the outside corner and just break out on you, it was just very unique. One of my biggest memories of watching Reggie play was in 2002, our senior year CIF championship against Oceanside, and it felt like Reggie was the only one having a great game. This guy was putting up yards. He had like 12 or 13 carries, 200 something yards. He even ran a kick return back or a punt return back for a touchdown, and he was completely exhausted. He was dehydrated, cramping up, all of these things, and this guy scored 14 points by himself when the rest of the team couldn't get it done. It was a crazy game, and just to be there and witness this at Qualcomm Stadium was great. But I would have loved for us to win because 2001, they won the championship, and I wasn't on that team. My junior year, I wasn't paying attention in school, and I got kicked off the team before they went to the championship. So I missed out on the opportunity to get a CIF ring. And then this game here, it was like, man, it was a kick in the heart because we were all there cheering. We just thought for sure we were going to win the game. And it was the first time that Oceanside had beat us in the last 3 years that we had matched up against them in the CIF. Helix was the first high school to have 2 Heisman Trophy finalists in the same year, which was 2004. And that was Alex Smith and Reggie Bush. And just to think that I was able to see both of these guys on the field, because Alex Smith was a great quarterback and he ended up going to the 49ers, and Reggie was such a dynamic running back and he ended up playing for the Saints. Helix High School was this close to being the first high school to have back-to-back #1 NFL draft picks, but instead, the Houston Texans chose D.N. Mario Williams instead of Reggie Bush. Man, they messed it up for us, because that was so close to being another record to where there would have been 2 #1 picks overall in the NFL, which would have never been done before. If you're not familiar with Reggie Bush as a person, for me, my experience with him is he was very quiet. Like, we would ride the bus to school together during the mornings, and like he was sitting in the bus just quiet, chilling. But the way this guy was built, you could just tell he was already ready to be a football player, because he physically was just in excellent shape. I knew he was going to be something special just from the times being around him and things like that. Being able to see someone like this transpire from the player they were into the man they became, into now raising his own family and being married and things like that, it was amazing to see. And it's crazy too, because Reggie was in college and he had Kim Kardashian, Nia Long, you know, all these different grown women that were chasing after him. And he was like the hottest topic, because boy, who else was moving like this guy? Who else had the name recognition like this guy? It was just a different type of impact that he had overall on the game of football and the city of San Diego. Football was so fun. Like, Helix High School games were the games you wanted to be at. If you were someone that went to high school games, you knew every Friday night that this was the game you want to be at. Friday nights at 7 p.m., you knew to tune into this game or to actually come to this game. It was so crazy the way the crowd was back then, and we weren't even thinking nothing of it because we were used to this now. So I got to see this every day, every game, things like that. You know, it was just second nature for us. But I see the impact of this man, and now that he's able to get his Heisman Trophy back, I'm absolutely happy for him, because even though there were some things that may not have been done properly as far as school code conduct or, you know, the Heisman Trust conduct back then, now, because that has changed, they corrected a rule that felt like it should have never been there in the first place, because these students and these athletes don't always get to make it to the professional level. If they're able to make money or be able to support their families from their likeness while they're in college, I absolutely am for that, and I feel like that is a great way to help players, because those guys that never make it pro now have an opportunity to make money and be able to take care of their families by being that great of a college player. But Reggie made it all the way, and he is one of the best out of San Diego and one of the best in the country and in the world. Thanks, Splashers, for watching. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.